Hey, groupers, troopers. Well, it's a beautiful day here in Houston, Texas. Wow, we're getting a lot cooler weather. Last night it was like 62 degrees. And I've got me a new floor heater, thank God. Let's see. Oh, Lasco. It's an upright, or whatever. I'm not going to pick it up and show y'all. So I got my cam on the lid of my laptop computer here. I'm in the got on here this morning. I just want to whine. It's because, come on, light cigarette. Let's see. Okay, I'm age 68. As a lot of you may already know from previous videos, my mother died last year, last November. Well, it's hard to believe it'll be almost a year, November 11th. Oh, like in less than a month from now, like 3 weeks away. She died, she was 87. I'm 68. And, while I'm making this video, I'm scared that I might go to hell. I'm scared I might go to hell. Because your mother carries you for 9 months, or at least did in my case during the year of 1955, before I was born in 1956. But all I have for my mother is hatred. Hatred. I loved my parents. I mean, this is the honest truth. It's not just BS. I would have given my life as a boy, teenager, or even up when I was up in my 30s. I would have given my life for my dad or my mother. But people, the things that they did to me, it's just over time, my mind, I'm more intelligent, I've met a lot more people, and I know what the norm is. And, I was only able, being that I have a great memory, to know just how wicked these people were. My God, man. And it scares me that I hate my mother's guts, because I hope I don't go to hell for it. But I can't love her or have any feeling for her. I didn't go to her open casket ceremony. I'm never going to go to her grave up in Fort Worth. No, I don't love her. And that part of it, I don't blame myself, because she killed any love that I had. She killed it. She killed it. She was probably the worst liar that ever lived. She would just make up lies on people all the damn time. It was just, both sides of my family were dysfunctional people. Right now, I have no family. I've got enough money and enough houses, but I don't have any family. And trying to be a friend with somebody like that, everybody's kind of messed up crazy these days. I think it has a lot to do with inflation. It's hard to get a friendship out of anybody. I'm never going to give up. I'm not a negative person. I'm not a manic depressive individual. I'm a very positive person. If I wasn't positive, I wouldn't be sane as I'm making this video. But I've told of some of the things that happened to me. I've been married twice in my life. first wife left me in 1985 for this trashy guy because her sister, that was about 19 at the time, got her into drugs, which she may as well have left because I wouldn't have tolerated that crap. No way. I've never done drugs, you know. You know, I'm going to keep myself all legal and as healthy as I can, you know. Oh, man, but my dad, he was actually having sex with her. Oh, man, and the guy she left me for, they were living out of a hotel here in Houston on a trashy area of town. And while he was working, my dad, see, he was a rich asshole. He would take her ass out to eat, either at Wyatt's cafeteria every day or at Piccadilly, take her to see a movie at the Cinema 1 or 2 at Alameda Mall here in Houston. And they were having sex even. He did not care how I felt. I had never been so depressed in my life. But it wasn't just that, it's the way he didn't buy me clothes when I was a little boy. He didn't buy food for me to eat. I had to go to neighbors' houses or behind this A&P grocery store to look for food that got thrown out to live. And his butt was rich, people. And, you know, he let me to have to live like, and he would assault me, you know. He fractured the right side of my skull in 1968. I was only 12 years of age. You know, it's just a list of so many things. And he died August of 2005. And yeah, I was hurt for a while, but then things just came floating back to me. He did this, he did that, he did this. And I'm like, I can't, it just killed any love I ever had. It just killed it. It just killed it, you know. And then my mother, okay, there's also a past that goes back to my childhood pertaining to her too that was bad. But I remember, you know, well, it was the last 7 months of her life, you know, in 2023 last year, the last 7 months of her life. I remember we talked 4 different times, and the conversation got so terrible that I would have to say, Mom, I'm not going to listen to this. Mom, I can't listen to this. And I would have to just hang up. Because she was on this rib. I mean, she just turned evil. Even her voice was deeper. And I told her, I said, Mom, I think you have some kind of an unclean spirit in you. I think you've got spiritual problems, Mom. And she was going back through my life from when I was a teenager, and I lived on our ranch land with her and my stepdad. And she was making up things about me, and I said, Mom, don't you realize I have a memory? I said, Mom, you're a liar. I never did those things you're saying. I said, you're a liar, Mom. And I don't know why she was doing that. That's why I told her, I said, Mom, you've got a demon in you, because the crap you're telling me, it's lies. It is lies. You know, and she always told lies on other people. And then, you know, she does this evil garbage. I'm not in need for money, but she had $107,000 that was Social Security money from my biological father's Social Security. Okay, she had this mooch old contractor in his early 80s that hung around her place that would mooch off her. She gave that creep $86,000 of that money. And yeah, she left me 20%. It came up to like 22,000. Thank God I got that. Which that money was never hers in the first damn place. And I told her when she was living, I said, Mom, that money belongs to me and Gloria. Gloria's my older sister. She's 3 years older. I said, Mom, that money belongs to us because Dad is our biological father. Is where that back SS came from. And, you know, not only that, I don't know why SS administration ever gave it to her, because she was married 3 more times after she divorced my dad in 1967. And, you know, she had owned in her name 3 houses after that. How the hell was she entitled to back SS from my father? SSA made a mistake somewhere, or she committed fraud. But it's not just the money, it's all those lies she would tell. And when she would make up these lies about me, you know, she was in a way she would hope I believed them. But I'd have to go back and I'd say, wait, what time are you talking about? What year? What month? And I'd say, no, Mom, that never happened. Here's what happened. You know, I would correct it. Well, see, I would just have to make her be more angry. Because I have a good memory. Hell, I can remember the smell, the mildew smell of my 66 Mustang in 1971 because the back window leaked water in the truck and it had a mildew smell when the sun you know, I mean, you know, I've got a good memory. God bless me with a good memory. Thank God. Because let's say I would have had dementia, you know, Alzheimer's, dementia. See, I might have believed that crap. You better thank God, people, if you have a good memory. Thank Jesus Christ, because, man, a liar, if they're like my mother was, they would have you believing that you did things that you never did. You know? Oh, man, but the only thing I've got to say, I'm sorry. I'm glad I was born. I'm glad I was born, you know, and I do remember after I was born, my mother absolutely, she breastfed me. And I remember she wore skirts that went over her knees, blouses, and she had good posture. She was very upright. She was a lady. She was a lady. And she loved me when I was a little boy. But it was when I got to be about 8 years old in the year 1965, she changed. Instead of dressing like a lady, the way she had, I mean, because before she'd even have a matching purse to whatever color skirt she was wearing. I mean, she was really, you know, wow. She started wearing white blue jean short cutoffs and flip-flop shoes and throw a boy or man's t-shirt on it and then cut the bottom part to make it even with her, you know, where the button would be for the pants. You know what I mean, the waistline. Tacky. You know, and I mentioned that to my dad when I was a boy, and he said, what happened? He said, I would have never believed it, but he said, Satan got your mother is what happened. but try to love her anyway. Yeah, I did. Try, I did. It's just, and I remember it was in 1974. I had checks coming in the mail once a month. It was off of my stepdad's GI Bill. He was an Air Force sergeant. And it was $240 a month. It was for me to go to college with. And I liked another 2 years, getting my degree. She told me one day, she said, I got a letter from them, and they said they had to cut off your payments because they're just not going to do it anymore because they have a problem. Well, I was 18 at the time. See, I was so naive and trusted her, I believed her. I didn't even ask to see the letter. She was getting those checks out of the mailbox and hiding them from me. Messing up my life like that? Oh my God. Oh my God. And it's just, I don't know. How can you love your mother from the time you up to when you was 8 years old and 65, but then after that to literally hate her damn guts? And could I go to hell for this, y'all? Could I go to hell? Well, and please, people, don't leave me comments, well, you have to learn to forgive, that's what Jesus wants. Not necessarily. Because think about if someone caused you to have to drop out of college, stole money from you, lied to you, gave some bum deadbeat old man you and your sister's money that belonged to you. And, the list goes on. It doesn't stop there. Even God is going to see that that person is punished once they die. And, here's something I kind of know. After my mom died about 11 months ago, I know she had to face some consequences. You can't be that damn evil and get away with it. You just, But I do know this, as far as life itself, I don't feel guilty. Because how could I love someone that was actually my worst enemy in life? I'm just having trouble. It's a mental tug of war in my mind and my heart, because, see, I'm a person, I love Almighty God, I love Jesus Christ, and I've got a lot of love in me. I'm a very passionate individual, and it's just by hating my own mother and hating my own father, I'm like, is God going to strike me down, Shit. Oh, man. I'll tell y'all something. I'm a person, I've survived well through the years, despite having a very dysfunctional family on both sides, because I don't hold things in, and I share how I feel. I share how I feel. And I don't never take anything out on anybody else, because, despite the way my dad and my first wife did me in 85, even then, when I would be around other women that I'd meet, I was like age 30 back then. I didn't take it out on them or think they was going to do it just because they were a woman or female, you know. So I don't have that kind of hatred or negative. You know, as to where a lot of women have that. They'll hate all men, you know, because their hubby left them and had sex with their mama. You know, no, I didn't blame other women for that crap because, you know, girls, women, boys, and men, there's a measure of good in many of us and a measure of bad. And some people are just bad people, and it has nothing to do with gender, people, you know. It's just there are absolutely wicked, evil people in this life, you know. But everything else is going okay, and you know, my last video was California. Yeah, I just wanted to see different people in different towns and different sites. It's mainly the trip there that I have value for, because I'd stop at different places, see different ways of life. There. And, you know, what do you call it? Refurbished me. Like, here's life, different people. Are we able to mingle with our own kind still? And, you know, that type stuff. Yeah, I am. And I still have a great attitude. I'm the type person, like, anytime I'd walk into a restaurant, you know, people will turn their head and look. I smile and take my hand and wave. You know, I do that, you know, because it makes people know they're noticed. And it brings good spirits, happiness, you know. I'm that type of a person. I'm that type of a person. And, you know, I hope you're all doing okay, but remember, thou reapeth what thou hast soweth. You reap what you sow. What goes around comes around, people. Because I definitely see people pay. Because, you know, that first wife that did that, the last 20 years of her life were hell. She had to use a walker, have a steel cast on her left leg. It's one of those mechanical metal casts that has hinges or whatever. And then she died at only 62 years of age. You see? It comes back. But I'm 68. I'm still here and I'm happy and, you know, got a great house here, money, my cars, my classic cars, my motorcycle. I love y'all if you do right. You know, and Jesus Christ is our Savior. You know, Jesus Christ has always been my friend, and I know for a fact, even from the time I was about 8 years old, I would have been dead shortly after if it wasn't for Jesus Christ. I guarantee you, people, I guarantee you. The way adults assaulted me. In this elementary school I had to go to as a little boy in the early 60s in South Houston, Texas, I call that a medieval century school. Man, that was horrible, locking kids in closets and all kinds of, oh my God. A lot of those people, they deserve prison sentences, people. But anyway, let's talk about what's good today. Well, my 2005 Lincoln, I've been caught up with it now for about 2 weeks. All the details I needed to fix on it. See, I got it for a very, very good price. And I fixed all the details. I made it like it's brand new again. I made it like it's brand new. And it's a beautiful day. Now I'm supposed to act like my goofy self, act like a nut again. Everybody loves me, it's a beautiful life. I like that silly a lot of times. You know, it breaks the monotony of trying to be too hard on yourself or to be too damn serious. Sometimes act silly. Just don't do it to where it can cause damage or hurt somebody's feelings or to where you're letting serious things go. But go ahead and be funny. Have a little fun, you know. But later, later, I love you, Jesus Christ.